Eating fans, beautiful Bryant's Corner. This is the Shea Stadium wrap-up. I just got back from Shea Stadium and saw one of the greatest Nathan's qualifiers in competitive eating history. It was absolutely fantastic. They should have charged money for this one. I mean, it was totally awesome. Pat Philbin, Eric the Red, Alan the Shredder Goldstein, they ate their hearts out. But unfortunately, only one gets to go to Coney, and that was Eric the Red. And I just can't say enough about all three, and actually all the competitors that competed in that event. What happened was the event was 12 minutes, all-you-could-eat hot dogs and buns, and Eric the Red and Pat Philbin tied with 26 and a half. They went into a very first, for the IFOC and MLE, OT, a 1-minute OT, and Pat Philbin and Eric the Red ate 3.5 hot dogs apiece. And it was the first one to swallow as the winner, and Eric the Red swallowed first ahead of Pat Philbin to take the incredible victory. I can't say enough about Alan Goldstein. He just really ate his heart out. It was a personal best for him, 25 and a half hot dogs and buns. He just couldn't eat any more. He couldn't fit any more in his mouth. I mean, he went into uncharted territory after 21 or 22. I didn't think he had it in him. I thought after 22 he would burst. But he continued on. And you know, he just did a magnificent job. The coaching and was fantastic. Alan's wife Greta did an amazing job of pushing him towards the end. Charles Hardy as well, and Ed Cookie Jarvis. All three just really pushed Alan to the hilt, and he deserved it. I mean, he got third place, but I felt he should have won the contest because he really, what more can I say? Eric the Red, absolutely fantastic. I mean, he was right next to Alan during the whole contest. And he was eating at a very leisurely pace, nonchalant, and he was staying within reach of Alan, who was basically in the lead most of the way. When Alan had 15, Eric the Red was on 11. Pat Philbin was on 9. Brian Subich was on 8. And Alan maintained a 3 or 4 hot dog lead throughout most of the contest. But out of nowhere, Pat Philbin comes back at the end like he always does, and you just can't figure it because the way he's eating is like, he's plodding through those hot dogs. But he eats a very quiet 26 and a half to almost win the whole damn thing. And Brian Subich, great job, Brian. I think he was still, what was really on his mind was, the after effects of what was going on. The events of the past week, accusing him of cheating and debris in the cup, and I think that might have taken a little bit away from him, but Brian did a great job. And all the other competitors, outstanding as well. I believe there was a rookie that ate 16 and he was on his 17th, but I'm not sure if I picked that up. Good news and bad news on the video. As usual, I always fuck up in some way or another, and I deserve a smack in the mouth every once in a while, because what happened was we were scheduled to do an interview with Alan after the contest, but neglected to fast forward the video to a blank space on the camera, and 1 minute of the contest accidentally was deleted. The last minute of all minutes had to be deleted, and that also cut into the OT. So 10 minutes of the OT, which was a minute, is out, so you still got 50 seconds of the OT, and the regular contest itself, 11 minutes is in there. So at least you have 11 minutes. Oh, look, it's better than nothing, right? I mean, I promise you I won't fuck up again. It's a matter of eeny, meeny, miny, mo on the microphone. And that's another thing that another little problem. The Goldstein interview had to be deleted because there were 2 jacks in the mic on the camcorder. I happen to have one of those special camcorders that has a microphone jack. You have the top of the line cams don't even have that. So unfortunately, I picked the yellow instead of the red. I should have thought of Eric the Red throughout the whole time I was filming the damn thing, okay? And I didn't. So, unfortunately, I picked the wrong outlet, and that messed up Alan's interview, which I had to delete. Brian Subich's interview, which came before the contest, is still intact, but you have to sort of listen real intently or real close to get, the actual interview itself, or to get the gist of it. I'm really sorry about that. I promise it will never, ever happen again. Trust me. If it does, I am out as a cameraman, I'm out as a video man, and I'm going to start hiring new camera people. You know, these guys I was paying $8 an hour, they just quit on me. So I have to do all the work on my own. But anyway, it's a great I have the entire contest on video. You're going to see that. We also have something interesting before we go into that. Kid Carey. I'm sure you remember Kid Carey DeGrossa. He was the Nathan's Las Vegas champ in the old school days, and he won like 5 or 6 Nathan's titles in a row, you know, like 12 or 13 hot dogs. But he's been into other things lately, and very interesting things as well. He sent me an interesting video of the 2007 Reel Awards, and some of the old actors and actresses have been revived from the dead, like Dean Martin, Godfrey Cambridge, Rodney Dangerfield, who else? Anything you want, Roy Orbison. As a matter of fact, Kid Carey does an outstanding impression of Roy Orbison. You got to check this out. And it's a weird video. It's about 5 minutes, and he gets to rub elbows with all the famous stars. You make your choice whether you think they're still dead or alive. Marilyn Monroe is there. These are great impersonations. Whether they're the real people or not, that's for you to decide. So we're going to go to that first, and then we're going to go to the Shea footage. And stay right where you are. Back in a flash.
So what we're here for the 16th Annual Reel Awards is, so we got the packed house. Anyone that's new here, you're in for a great night. And we're going to keep this thing going as much as we can. The energy carries right through the year. And it's something that you remember all your life. Every morning.
I got Frank's inside, but I haven't seen Sammy yet.
Oh, yeah? Yeah? How about Joey?
No, Joey, I haven't seen either, pal.
Oh, okay. Now, is it true Joey wrote all the jokes for you guys?
Well, he wrote some of them.
He's wrote some of them?
You know, a lot of the stuff come off the top of my head. It's great being here.
Ciao!
Time turns the pages, and old life goes so fast. Years turn to black hair or gray. I talk to some young folks. Hey, they don't understand.
Maria fell in love with me because I was the only boyfriend strong enough to carry Uncle Petty home.
On here, should I? There you go ahead. Yeah, let my cameraman do it. He likes doing that stuff. You look terrific tonight.
Thank you very much. You're beautiful. Thank you. Very much like now. Oh, it's lively, especially standing next to all these big hunks here. Ooh, I think beautiful. Oh, yeah. And I what you like? Oh, yeah.
You got a good price on that hat. Only $1.98?
Uh-huh. That's your original price.
Wow, you're so good, too.
You're kind of cute.
I like you already.
Oh, good.
Talk to you a second? Okay, ooh, here, you want to put that on for you?
Where should I get it?
Anywhere you want. Gee, you lucky girl. I wish I could do that.
So what are you doing these days, Marilyn?
Look into my eyes and tell me the truth, Roy. No, my eyes, they're up here. Tell me.
Beautiful.
Oh, Carrie thinks you're marvelous.
Yeah, I love every part of her skin. I'll tell you that right now.
Do you like my dress?
Oh, yes.
It has built-in air conditioning.
Yeah, it's very nice.
And I try to be as sparkly as possible.
Oh, you're very sparkly. Oh,
Thank you.
this is a beautiful dress.
Thank you. I've had 2 great loves of my life. Michael Todd and Richard Burton. And Richard Burton. Richard Burton gave me this.
Oh, that's beautiful.
33.19 carats.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, now you know why I'm married.
What do you want to know?
Are you still drinking vodka martinis?
Oh, no. Well,
tell you. I had to cut down on my drinking. I'll tell you why. I've been on the floor more times than Johnson Wax. As a matter of fact, my family never knew I drank, so one day they saw me sober. I'll tell you.
I love the piano. I love to hear somebody play upon a piano, a grand piano.
We're at the real awards, so here I am.
So this is real hell here.
Oh, I'll tell you, hell, you don't know what hell is. Well, except, you know, Vegas is known for their beautiful women. So I walked right up to this beautiful girl. I didn't want to pull her. I said, look, how much? She said, 200. I said, you're putting me on. She said, that'll be another 100.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Gotta go. Thank you so much. We're gonna say I love you. There's more to come. We're keeping it alive, baby. Keeping it alive. Thank you very much. Yes.
So I'm like, where does he come up with this stuff? Usually half the shit he sends me I delete. I mean, this is, you know, a kid carries column or whatever he wants to call it, but I gotta show this man some respect once in a while. So that's why I aired this. That was kind of weird, right? But it was fun. It was funny as well. Right now we're gonna go right to the Shea contest. We also have included as a bonus clip of Joey Jaws Chestnut, who broke the all-time world hot dog eating record. And this guy is amazing, man. 59 and a half. I mean, Kobayashi might as well not even show up. Just stay in Japan already. He's not. It's, you know, the belt will be back in American soil where it belongs, and it's going to stay there. And I know for a fact that the Japanese, they don't like, once they lose, they never come back. They take their whole entourage with them, and it's sayonara, you know. So whatever. So we're going to show that. We're also going to show Joey Chestnut throwing out the first pitch before the New York Met Arizona Diamondback game, and that was sort of interesting. I actually got the whole, you know, you get the whole view of Joey throwing out the pitch, but then for some reason it's sort of, the camera goes off while he's throwing off the pitch. I don't know what happened. I mean, he might have pulled the next day and just disappeared for 5 seconds, but we have everything intact. So anyway, we'll check it out. We'll be back, and Shea Stadium, man. I'm still reeling over this. I need a hot dog right away. Back in a moment.
Attention to the pitchers now for today's ceremonial first pitch. Please welcome Joey Chestnut, Nathan's world-famous hot dog eating champion, who set a new world record by eating 59 and a half hot dogs and buns in 12 minutes. Joey, it's your pitch. Joey Chestnut.
Shirt at Chestnut on. Yeah, that's true.
Use the State Farm Insurance next defensive alignment.
We're here with Brian Silver, Shea Stadium. Brian, how you doing?
Doing well, Brian. All right.
That's good. Brian, what's all this? People giving you cheating, drinking Korean coffee. It's getting outrageous.
Well, you know, people are going to say what they're going to say. You know, whatever happens, happens. It all shakes out in the wash. You know, so, you know, we'll see what happens today.
Folks, now this pickup
Excuse me for being a bit of a fan, not only of baseball, but of competitive eating. Here in the crowd today, we have some of the greatest competitive eaters of all time. Right over here, It's the great Tim Janis, T-Rex, and let's hear it for this man. Already qualified.
Well, first of all, Mike is a good guy. I mean, he had nothing negative to say after the contest whatsoever. He stood right beside me. Mike had never said a word to me about anything. So, you know, as far as I'm concerned, he's a good guy with me. You know, what people say outside of or on the other side of the table is what they're going to say, and you know, whatever happens, I guess happens.
Well, Brian, you're a class act guy, and I don't like to use you cheating. You're like a brother. You know, last year the same thing with Paul Hunt.
Also here today,
you know, going by that nail biter
right there in the American flag Duke out.
Great either.
Great Cookie Jarvis. Cookie, let's hear it right there. Look at that. And despite the humidity, despite the heat,
Well, I'm going to
Cookie
do my
Jarvis
best.
is in his
Go out, you know, try to hit the deuce again, the deuce plus, and you know, whatever happens, happens. You know, I'm going to do my best, and that's all you can ever do in a contest. And some days you hit home runs, sometimes you hit singles, or sometimes you pop up. Sort of fitting. We're here at a baseball stadium, and you know, use that analogy, but you know, I'll do my best. That's all you can do.
Okay, how many do you think you're going to put away today?
Hey, every time I go out, I want to beat my personal best. So I was given 27 to 27 in Philly. So I would say I want to beat that.
private sector.
Yeah, that's Brian Subich. Beautiful Brian's Corner. Back in the flag.
Amazing. Now, 2 questions. How did you feel after that?
Felt all right. I got more. I got room for more.
Do you know what it is about 59 and 1/2 hot dogs and buns in 12 minutes when they're Nathan's? That's a lot of nourishment, okay? That's a lot of vitamins and minerals and nourishment. It's just plain good common sense. This man got about a week's worth of nourishment there. But here's my other question. For those of us who follow the sport, who realize that Kobayashi is a fearsome competitor, and even though he lives in Japan, and even though he speaks Japanese, the bloggers of the world, and frankly I'll be blogging about this for weeks, the bloggers of the world have probably already put this up on the internet. And my question is, you've tipped him off. Now he knows. Now he's gunning for you. Was that purposeful? Is that arrogance?
I really lost track of where I was at during the contest, and I just let my body take over and continue eating. And yeah, I have room for more, and I'll keep going up.
Do you think that you can beat your arch nemesis, the great Takiro Kobayashi of Japan?
Oh, he can be beat. It's going to happen. Hopefully it's this year.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your man. This is your man. There has been a drought. This losing streak for America has stretched back to 1999, was the last time that we held in our hand the coveted mustard yellow international belt, which is the World Cup of competitive eating. It has been nearly a decade, ladies and gentlemen, and only one man can bring it back, and that is this man. Let me hear a round of applause.
Take it a suit, bring masticate and do on all trash talking son of a gun. Don't know, don't think enemy number one. First no safe for the key. Running from, better ask yourself, who's that? Well, they call me Badlands Booker, super fly like Colonel Neil and Snooker. Put the pressure on eaters like cookers. Wave your hand if you know the words. I'll be weed shaking, bacon, sugar. Feel like coffee with the cream and sugar. You know my and right to the highs, right to the right. The never there, short and there, I'm competing, eating, bombing, weaving, shaking, bake, passion, creatures never. He ain't grievous, all lose, but cheating straight. Cops seeing greatness, deceiving out my force. Do this for you with yours. Blow your door. You never with no pause. When I bust in both ways, grocery store. Watch your lips when I eat. I'm just like yours, and I eat all day, baby, all day. Hungry, focus, the only way. All right, go!
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are eating. Big Brian Subich, look at him. He's got a dance now. Look at Alan Goldstein dance. Look at the jump. That's the Kobe shake. That's the Garland fight. And the reason he's doing it is to cram those hot dogs down in the base of his gutter and make room for more food. The great Alan Shredder Goldstein now on a tear. On a tear. He felt the oh, and what a burp he got. I just heard it. Look at that. The burp when trapped below the food. Let's go. Alan Shredder Goldstein last year felt that he won this contest, but that was cheated from his victory. And he came back here to make a statement, and that statement is, no one will beat the champion from Plainview, Long Island.
Come on out.
Boy, I'm already emotionally exhausted, and we are only in the opening moments of this contest.
It is a 12-minute contest. Hungry Charles Hardy now, coaching on. Alan the Shredder goes to the next round. That's completely appropriate since Charles Hardy is the commissioner of the IFOCE, International Federation of Competitive Eating, and should be here as judging the system of bias. Pat Kilburn is a handsome man and he's a powerful man, and he's here today eating a bun down with a style. Let me tell you something. I love this man. I'm not ashamed to say it for him. He's a prison for which only death has
Let's go, focus.
This man.
Focus, Al.
I'm not trying to say it. Alan Goldstein at 8 hot dogs and buns here in the early going. Look at the young Newman. Look at Newman go. Look knows the style. He's rookie, but he knows the dunking. He's dunking like Kobayashi himself. Look at this man go. 5 hot dogs down, 6 hot dogs down for this rookie. I'm watching him. I'm watching that rookie. Eric the Red Denmark right next to Alan the Shredder Goldstein. Eric the Red, you'll notice him because he's wearing a red headband. Alan the Shredder Goldstein, you'll notice him because I'm pointing at him. They are neck and neck. They are both at 8 hot dogs and buns. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Just 9 minutes left in this contest. And Alan the Shredder, 11! Pat Philbin is on 8.5. Eric the Red is on 9, and Alan the Shredder Goldstein is on 11. So the question now is, can Alan Goldstein continue this amazing pace? This record-setting personal best pace. And he's on 9. And on the stage, looking over these eaters. 8.5, 8.5. Numbers are very significant up here. We're going to see 20 broken up here today. And Joey Chestnut, the American world record holder here on the stage. 10 hot dogs and buns for Pat Philbin. Don't count this man out. He loves the final minutes of the contest. A little bit later, the buns and the hot dogs in the water are going to combine into a mishmash that's going to swell in the stomach, and it's going to cause pain, and it's going to cause self-doubt. But this man has confidence. He's going to keep going. Keep an eye on him. Newman is at 10. Look at that rookie go. Newman! 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 Here we are.
Get that fight done!
Pushing forward, trying to catch up to Alan the Shredder Goldstein.
Neck and neck, Al, come on.
We have 8 minutes left in this contest.
Stop dancing and eat.
I'm sorry, 7 minutes and 45 seconds left. Alan's on 13. Newman's at 11. I'm sorry, Newman's at 10. 10 down. Beautiful Brian Sumich has got 10. We've got Eric the Red Denmark, Seattle zone, practice on salmon. Day in, day out, we're down there in the docks, eating the leftover, the shredded salmon, and throw away.
Get to that next fight, let's go!
Sushi, that's how we train in front of the rock of Seattle. He's on 12. Alan Goldstein pushing for 13. Brian Sumich going for 11. Pat,
want this over with.
Philbin is on 13. Now watch him come back.
Go! Wear it out! Tear him up, Goldstein!
Alan Goldstein 15. Pat Philbin on his 14. Big Brian Sumich on 11. At the rookie Newman on 11.
Come on, Al. Let's get this going. Let's go.
Come on! Hey, Joey, check on Philbin.
Newman's on 12, and forgive me, ladies and gentlemen, I am overcome. I have not felt this much emotion since he broke my first
Come on, Philbin's right there.
This is amazing to me. This is an amazing day.
Philbin's right there, let's go. This is your gun. Let's go.
Pure emotion. They moved beyond the hand speed and the jaw
I don't want to start sounding like your mother, let's go.
And now they're just eating for love. Eating for love and championship.
Get it down, Al. Come on. Focus. Pick up the pace.
Let's go, Al. Come on, I want to see those dogs done. 20, let's go.
Last year he failed to get into the 4th of July and he felt that he got a bad call, that he got a bad call. But he's here today to send a message. If he loses today,
let's go.
it will be misery to that of the old man who's lived long enough to watch his son hang from the gallows.
Get that one in.
Like that old man who woke each morning to remember that life has no meaning or
Nice and clean now.
you're going to the 4th, one of the most prestigious events in the calendar year, next only to the Masters. He was competing alongside the likes of Joey Chestnut and Shakira Kobayashi in Kentucky. Newman is feeling the pain. The lung is beginning to swell. He's feeling that pain.
Come on, Al. Let's go.
Alan the Shredder Goldstein on 18. We got 12 right here. We got 12 for this man right here. This is very close. Look at Alan Goldstein dance. Ladies and gentlemen, I find it so compelling because I myself am overwhelmed. Words cannot express my emotion. I'm tempted to express my emotion in the dance, which is so expressive. Because my emotion cannot be expressed in linear words. It's more organic, and Alan Goldstein now expressing confidence. He's expressing lust for victory, lust in general. He's expressing so much in his movements as he moves forward, spreading out with the lead here about midway point, and he's got 18 hot dogs down.
Let's go.
4 minutes and 30 seconds left in this contest. Alan the Shredder Goldstein going for a personal best here today.
Get a burp, Al. Get a burp.
So focused.
Clean it out, get a burp. Clean it out, get a burp.
Let's go, Al.
Alan Goldstein has hit 20. Ladies and gentlemen, Alan Goldstein has hit the 20 mark. This is nothing short of phenomenal. And as he picks up the pace, Newman now feeling the pain, looking off into the distance, his hands in, shrinking, his eyes weary, looking off as if at a message from the hereafter of the porta potty. He's struggling, but he goes on. His heart pumps nonetheless, pushing blood into the empty body of his destiny.
Come on, let's go. Get that one down. Come on, Al. Don't worry about the cup. Come on.
Eric the Red on 20. He's coming back. Now it's a dog fight. Here at the 3-minute mark.
Now, Alan, you want this?
Come on.
3 minutes and 15 seconds left. And Eric the Red Denmark is coming back. Because Alan Goldstein is slowing the pressure, the heat, the humidity, and the hot dogs in the bus. And he's slowing. But Eric the Red continues. The young man.
Alan, catch the burp. You can do it, man.
Holding the bar. Never had someone there out today, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's a fight.
Move, Al. Get it down.
16 for this rookie, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my heart. My heart. Whoa. What? This could be the future.
9:20. Come on. You got
16 for the rookie. Now, Alan Goldstein in his own, just trying to put up some numbers. 22 down. 22 down for Alan Goldstein as he dances his way to victory.
Get it down.
2 minutes and 20 seconds left in this contest. 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Don't give up.
Next one. Get that
Eric
one
the
down.
Red is trying to come back. 21. Eric the Red. Eric the Red is right at Alan's heels. They're going cheek and jowl. They're right, cheek and jowl. Eric the Red is coming back. For all those of you who love the Slackers of Seattle, who love that movie Single. Eric the Red here representing you today.
Go fast now, Alan. You got to sprint.
Come on, Al.
Come on.
1 minute and 45 seconds left. Newman now continuing setting records in the world for the first and best ever rookie performance ever now. Pat Philbin.
He's got more support than he's ever had. Let's go!
Pat Philbin on 20. This is unbelievable. We're getting 23 and a half. Wait a second. Pat Philbin has come from behind, and Pat Philbin's right there. Right there. 24. 24 down, and now we're down to the last minute. 2 minutes, 6 seconds. 1/2 hot dogs and buns. They've seen that they can hold no more, and yet they go on.
Come on, Eric.
Their heart says no, their body says no, their friends and family say no, and yet they say yes. 16 seconds in. 40 seconds left. This is for all the money. There's no money. This is for the chance to go to Coney Island. Pat Philbin, so calm, classic, so confident, doesn't move, he's so still, he's moving forward only through time. 35 seconds in, ladies and gentlemen. We're at the 40-second mark now on my mark. 20 seconds left. This is it, they're going down to the wire. Dear God in heaven, we're almost at 10. You're at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put down your hot dog. Oh.
Let's go, Pat! Double overtime!
Keep in there, Brad.
Alan did a great job.
Charlie's going to make a judgment on this. Thank God this judgment has to be made by Hungry Charles, not by me.
Swallow it! Come on, Pat. It's all over his hand.
It's not pretty in the traditional sense. This is not. But to those of us who love the sport, it's physical poetry.
Please, Pat, please.
It's beautiful. Eric the Red is our winner! Oh. Look at that, unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, your Shea Stadium champion! Eric the Red Denmark from Seattle, Washington. There he is, 26.5 in regulation, another 3.5 in overtime. This concludes our event. You'll see him on the board.